So here we are on the last one for client meetings. We're going to talk about how to close the meeting and the all-important follow-up. So how do you suggest we close the meeting? Because we've summarised, we've sold.
Yeah, so don't assume at this point, once you've sold your features and the client's going, yeah, that sounds good, yeah, that's great, you've got to ask. My mum used to always say, if you don't ask, you don't get. So I used to actually write on the bottom of my notes for my client meetings, close, ask, to make sure that I did it. There's loads of different types of closes. I used to probably use 3 or 4 that worked for me depending on the client. So I'd adapt to the client. If they were very direct close. So can I have that booking? Can I have that vacancy? Can we work together? Can we organise this? Literally just ask, close question. It's going to be a yes or a no, go for it.
Good.
If I felt they weren't quite sure, the alternative close made me feel more comfortable as well as them. So give them a choice. So therefore, how many CVs would you like for these positions? Yeah, 4 or 5. And now they've got the choice. They feel like they're making the decision in that sense. Or when should we book in the service level agreements? Every quarter or every 4 months? And therefore they get to choose. They're ready to make the decisions. What ones did you decide?
Well, don't be backwards in coming forwards with this. I know that some people, particularly on phone calls, they'll say, how does that sound? Which is okay, but you can still say things like, look, does that sound like the sort of service you'd be happy with?
Yes.
Would you be prepared to work with us next time you recruit? Because let's not assume that just because we're at a client meeting, they've got jobs for us to fill straight away. Are you happy for me to now start sending across profiles to you? We could even close for another meeting. But bottom line, it's about seeing if they are happy to proceed to the next step. Don't assume that they are happy to proceed unless you absolutely ask them and nail them down.
And remember, you don't have to work with every client. You've had this client meeting, and if you think they might be a really bad client, then you can make the decision to walk away. And it might be bad business for you. It could be the rates that they're willing to pay won't work with you. Or it could be you're not sure about their commitment level. So the conditional close I used to like as well. So if I was going to do this over the next couple of days, would you do this? So it might be if I went back to my office and got 3 candidates suitable for interviews for you on Friday, could you give me 3 times on Friday for those interviews now, please? So it's testing that commitment, making sure that they are actually in it with you and not against you.
Definitely. Be bold, because what you don't want is to leave the meeting, the client has one idea of how the meeting finished and you have a completely different idea as the meeting finished. So
follow up.
So rather than saying things like, well, look, would you like me to send you over some CVs? No. Say, I will send you 3 CVs. When do you think you'll be able to read those and give me feedback and for me to have a call with you? I'll send you over our terms. Not would you like me to send you our terms, but okay, I'll get our terms of business drawn up for you. When will you be able to get those signed and back in my possession so that I can start approaching people on your behalf? So again, a bit more of a conditional close.
A lot more confident as well as to how you're going to work. So follow up then. Once you've left the meeting, what's still to be done?
Few things for me. I need to do my admin. So whatever that involves on your database, some people have client debrief forms that they need to fill out, but update your database with any information you picked up about the clients, new decision maker names, any other points of contact, jobs, what's next, some market information, company information. If I wasn't already connected with them, I'd send them a connection request. I'm then going to diarise what my actions are going to be, diarise my next call.
I'd also think about what I'm going to open that call with, because it's fresh in your mind at this point. It's easier to actually write that opening statement here, talking about what you've last discussed, rather than maybe in 2, 3, 4 weeks' time when you come to it and go, oh, what happened there?
Yeah, for sure. And I think lastly for me is to action my actions. Whatever I've just agreed in that meeting, make sure you carry them out. There's nothing worse than saying to the client, yes, this is what I'm going to do for you, and then it doesn't happen. You just now fall into the quagmire of all the other recruiters that they've got, in the gutter just outside their office.
And I'll just say one more point on there. We talked about updating the database, but update your colleagues as well, or your manager. Give them a debrief as to the positives and if there's any support and help that you need that they could help you move that client on.
Good.
Okay.
Well, hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've learned something from the client meeting. What are they called again?
Learning in an instant.
Learning in an instant. Just rolls off the tongue. See you on the next one.
Bye.